Today I want to talk about this guy, St. Nicholas. A lot of people don't realize that he was actually Christian. He lived around the 300s. He was a bishop in Myra, which was on the southern coast of Asia Minor, which is today Western Turkey. He was a teaching elder. That's what bishops were. They were people who made sure everybody around that he was responsible for understood proper theology. So he was respected. He was probably at the first council of Christian churches in 325, where they decided when the Easter date was going to be, and whether Jesus was um, mostly God, mostly human, or equally God and human. I mean, these are big, big conversations of the day. None of that had been worked out. But the thing I really wanted to point out about Nicholas is that he has so influenced the Christian church that it's really sad to see him taken out of it and made into just a shopping icon. The whole idea about Nicholas came through Rome um, with the rest of the Romans and Greeks who were expanding beyond the territory. When the Christians went up into Britain and Ireland and Germany and everywhere else, they took all of their saints. Now, one of the interesting things about the Romans is that they were the first ones that introduced Christmas. The Hebrews didn't have a sense of birthdays. So the Romans were actually the ones that started St. Nicholas. So you can put this also in the category of no, a Christian church did not steal something from someone else. This is part of Roman culture, and they integrated it into Christianity. So as St. Nicholas traveled further and further north, his name changed a little bit. And one of the names that eventually he was known by is Santa Claus. In the northern countries, which after you anglicize that a little bit, put it through the English speakers that came to North America, it becomes Santa Claus. So that's how we actually get St. Nicholas and becoming Santa Claus. But I think one of the really, really interesting things is Martin Luther in the 1500s had a real issue with the church and talking about saints, and he didn't want to have the saints anywhere near what he was doing with the Reformation. So he told everybody that the gift giver that they were celebrating was actually the Christ child. In German, that is Christkinder. And if you anglicize Christkinder enough, it becomes Kris Kringle. I think one of the great ironies of history is that Martin Luther, focusing so much on the Christ child, basically reinforced Kris Kringle, St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, St. Père Noël, um, Santa Claus, and just re-emphasize the place that he played in our history. Saints are kind of cool like that. When you start to research them a little bit, they show you a whole new way of looking at the church. And they're doing it at a time long before anything was kind of hard and fast like it is today. We kind of have this assumption that the church was always like it is now, and it's not. So go look it up. It's kind of fascinating. And when you do look at St. Nicholas or Santa Claus over this holiday season, just think a little bit. One of his cute stories is that there were three young girls who didn't have a dowry. So St. Nicholas tossed bags of gold coins into their house at night. Um, they're not sure. The stories are different. Like, did he throw it in the window? Did he throw it and it went down the chimney? Did it land in shoes? Did it land in socks? It doesn't really matter, but that's the way the legend goes, and that's how we get the idea of the first Christmas stockings.